So what we're understanding through this field of prenatal and perinatal psychology is really a whole new paradigm, a whole new way of thinking about babies. And it's pretty revolutionary. I tell people it's kind of comparable to when we recognize that, you know, when they realize, oh, the world is not flat as we thought it was for a long, long time. The world is actually round. And so what we're understanding about babies is that we're shifting from an understanding of them as these passive passengers, that, you know, what happens in the womb really doesn't have much of an impact on who we become, and that, you know, just because we can't see what's going on in there, they're not sensing, they're not communicating, and the bigger kind of myth is that they don't remember anything, and that they don't have the neural structures to be able to remember their prenatal or birth experiences or even infancy, and that they come out sort of these blobs, and that it's a parent's job to really shape them and help their personality form. And what we're now recognizing is that that's actually not true. We have a whole new understanding, and the new understanding is really that there's I like to think of it as there's the little baby, which is the human baby with the physical structures, but there's the big being inside that little baby, and that babies are conscious and they're aware and they're sentient and they're really smart and they're really masterful at communicating, and yet they can't do it the way that we do it. And so it was easy to not understand what was going on, but because of the research and because of what we now have a better understanding of both the science and the spirituality of it, we get that, you know, we don't come into consciousness, we are consciousness. And that when we really recognize that changes everything. It changes how we relate to babies, it changes how we relate to ourselves, it changes how we think about this whole journey of being human. And so really what we're knowing about babies now is that they're conscious and they're aware and that they're communicating, and that they are remembering, and they may not be remembering on a conscious story level of their experiences, but they're certainly remembering in their bodies and in their emotions from prenatal, birth, early experiences, and that's actually laying out a really strong foundation that they're going to base a lot of their understanding of their reality on. And so, you know, really deep core beliefs about who we are and how we view the world and how we view relationships are really getting imprinted by the way people care for us when we're little babies, and the way that people acknowledge who we really are. And then recognizing that you don't pour in a child's beingness. The child is there always. The person is there. And it's the parent's job to really nurture and guide and support and recognize that and acknowledge that, and to say, wow, you're a tiny little person now, but man, you are a really vast, big, amazing being. And my job here is to help guide you and support you and you know, give you a safe space to really unfold into who you already are.